Well. This is the Rokani Media Football coming in a little bit later, but you all know that Man City is going to hit obviously win by 5-1 into that game where they went ahead to host Wolverhampton Wanderers by 5-1. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. Hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, we are trying to make it a habit that on a daily we obviously come in through and talk to you through the live stream. And this one is having a title, Man City closing in on Arsenal. Remember, Arsenal is topping the Premier League table, and in this game of football, however much Man City is really having a game in hand, there is no way we cross the bridge before we reach it. This is what we do into the game of football. You cannot cross the bridge before you reach it, and Man City has to first win its game in hand. They have to play against Tottenham Hotspur to obviously give them a very huge concern that they're gonna hit obviously win into that game. Before that game is played, obviously we cannot cross the bridge before we reach it. Man City have gone ahead to really get in what we call an emphatic win in the game of football. They've gone ahead to play against Wolverhampton Wanderers, where Erling Haaland scored in the 12th minute. It was a penalty. 35th minute, Kevin De Bruyne played him in, headed that ball back to make it 2-0. Then in the 3rd minute of the added time towards the half time, obviously he went ahead score another penalty, and it was the man responsible for being brought down. Then we had again in the 54th minute, those are 9 minutes into the second half, he made it 4, and then Julian Alves made it 5 in the 85th minute. But in the 53rd minute, before Haaland made it 4, Hwang Hee-chan had gone ahead to obviously make it 3-1 for the side of Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Etihad Stadium. So that's how everything really went ahead to obviously go down at the stadium of the Etihad, and Man City came in through and sent Arsenal a message that please, we are known so much into fear that you've gone ahead to obviously overcome Bournemouth by 3-0. We are really ready to obviously tussle it with you. We've been doing this and we know what exactly to do, and we are really topping the league. We are going to top the league because Man City is left with 3 games. They have to play Spurs, they have to play West Ham, and they have to play Fulham, right? Is it Fulham? Let me check here. Man City has to be playing Fulham, not so. Let me check. Man City, they have to play Fulham, that is next Saturday away. They have to play Tottenham Hotspur, they have to play West Ham. So those are the fixtures that Man City is left with, whereas Arsenal is left with the following teams. Arsenal is left with Man United and Everton. 1 game away from home and 1 game to be hosted at the Emirates. So that's how things are really panning out for Arsenal. I don't know what your thoughts are about it, but Man City have gone ahead to win in their game, and they've gone ahead to hugely close in at Arsenal, and I'm going to be showing you the table in a little while. How were the stats of the game? Man City had 20 shots. Wolves had 2. 12 shots on target by Man City. Wolves had 1. 58% ball possession by Man City. And 42% ball possession by Wolverhampton Wanderers. 616 passes completed by Man City. Wolverhampton Wanderers completed 452 passes, 90% passing accuracy by Man City, 84% passing accuracy by Wolverhampton Wanderers, 4 fouls by Man City, 17 fouls by Wolverhampton Wanderers, 0 yellow cards to the side of Man City, 4 yellow cards to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Obviously, when you get in 17, there is no way you cannot really find yourself not really conceding a lot in there. So I'm talking about yellow cards. No red cards were issued in the encounter. 2 offsides to Man City, 2 offsides to Wolverhampton Wanderers. 6 corners to the side of Man City and 0 corners to the side of Wolverhampton Wanderers. And thereafter, we head on to the Premier League table and see how the table is obviously looking like as it stands now. We are having Arsenal, 36 games played, 26 games won, 5 draws, 5 losses, and 88 goals scored. They've gone ahead to concede 28, right? And they have a goal difference of 60 and they're having 83 points. Man City, 35 games played, 25 games won, 7 draws, 3 losses, 87 goals scored, 33 goals conceded, a goal difference of 54, and they're having points that are 82. That is it. So when you look at how everything is really panning out at the table, Liverpool is really out of the race, because the teams, they are really willing to drop points, are not dropping points. And I tell you, you might see Tottenham Hotspur shock Liverpool at the Anfield Stadium tomorrow. It can happen. It can happen because Liverpool is full of surprises, And they're left with 3 games. After Tottenham Hotspur, they're left with 2 more games to go. I think in one of those, they have to play against Aston Villa. Not so? So, that is really one of the things that are going to obviously happen at that side, and hope you guys are really ready to obviously follow in and really tell us exactly what your thoughts are about that. So smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily, and very many more other games are really coming in through, but we are really focusing so much onto Man City and the side of Arsenal, because those are the teams that are really vying for the trophy, and they've gone ahead to show interest in obviously winning it. At the end of the video, I'll bring you all the results of this game, of this match day 36 that took place in different stadiums. But Erling Haaland has gone ahead to score 4 goals today, putting his tally to 25. And remember, last season, he went ahead to put in a very huge shift and went ahead to score very many goals. And some of the stats that went ahead obviously getting through from Opta is that Erling Haaland is the 3rd different player to score 2 first half hat-tricks in the Premier League history, also versus Nottingham last season after Andrew Cole and Mike Owen. You get? So he has been really scoring hat-tricks in the first half, you get, every season, and has gone ahead to do it twice. So the Etihad has now seen more Premier League hat-tricks scored than any other ground in the competition history, 30. Erling Haaland's treble was the 41st scored by Man City in the Premier League, with only Liverpool netting 42. So Man City has gone ahead to see their stadium really score very many hat-tricks. Only Gabriel Jesus, 53rd minute versus Watford in April 2022, has scored 4 goals in a Premier League match earlier than Erling Haaland has today. You remember Gabriel Jesus, we went ahead to score 4 goals in that game when they're playing in the Premier League, and he has gone ahead obviously gate it, but not into the time that Gabriel Jesus went ahead to score 4 in a single game of football. So Erling Haaland, the man who has gone ahead to obviously be the man of the day and has gone ahead to obviously capture all the news, has come out and really said the following about the goals he has gone ahead to score today. The 4 that he added to the already 21 that he had to make it 25. He said, not bad, 25 goals this season. That's for that. We keep going. I've got a not so bad manager who pushes me, and look at the players around me. Without them, it would be impossible. I try to develop every day. I had some problems, but let's not focus on them. Focus on the positives. That is Erling Haaland for you. So he's like, I'm focused to obviously keep going, and I'm gonna really keep this up and running. There is no way I'm really putting tools down because my manager keeps me going. Because you'll wonder why a team that went ahead to win a treble is having almost the hunger of a team that's never going to hit to win any trophy in the Premier League. And that is what Erling Haaland is explaining, that what keeps him going is the manager who always tells him, you don't have to down tools and you have to obviously go ahead and really put in a shift. That is Erling Haaland for you. And he hasn't gone ahead to enjoy this season because he has not been as lethal as he was last season. Because when you look at the table of the players that have gone ahead to miss big chances in the Premier League, you know, you'll obviously find him there. Big chances missed in the Premier League this season. You'll go to the table and it has the following players. Erling Haaland has missed 32 big chances. Darwin Núñez has missed 26 big chances. Nicholas Jackson has gone ahead to miss 22 big chances. Oli Watkins has gone ahead to miss 20 big chances. Alexandra Isak has gone ahead to miss 17 big chances. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has gone ahead to miss 15 big chances. Mohamed Salah has gone ahead to miss 14 big chances. Rasmus Højlund has gone ahead to miss 13 big chances. Dominic Solanke has gone ahead to miss 13 big chances. And Luis Diaz has gone ahead to miss 12 big chances. So it shows you that Erling Haaland has gone ahead to miss out on very many big chances, right? And when you compare him to last season, let's obviously go to the season of 2022, 2023. This is 2022, 2023, 2024, 2022, 2023. All right. Even in 2023, in 2022, 2023 season, Erling Haaland missed 28 chances. You get, this time has gone out to miss out on 32. It shows you that he hasn't been lethal as he was last season. Marcus Rashford was there in the mix, you know. Gabriel Jesus was 6th into those, and Kai Havertz was 14th by the time he was playing for Chelsea. So I was trying to obviously paint you a picture that he has been really wasteful this time round. And even those chances that you thought are supposed to be kill-offs, this man has gone ahead to obviously miss out onto them, and it really keeps him into a very bad vicinity of being asked onto whether he's really gonna be that man to lead this side to where he deserves to be. So that is Erling Haaland for you. Now, Micah Richards, formerly at Man City, he has come out and really spoken the following about this Norwegian. He has said, it's staggering. When you win the treble, the question is, can you go again? His form hasn't been at the level of last season, but since he's come back from the injury, he has had a newfound confidence. So that's no doubt. Ever since he has gone hit return, has been really scoring. Come off the bench, he scores. Even when he starts, he scores. That is Erling Haaland for you, and he's not stopping. And with 3 games left for him to play, you know, with 3 games left for him to play, he might really get you 4 goals and obviously score 30 goals a season, and that will be him scoring 30 goals consecutively in 2 seasons. That will be a very huge landmark for the Norwegian, because we know how huge this will be for him and his career at the side of Man City. But it's very, very annoying that they haven't got ahead to emerge as the champions of the pre-Champions League to obviously keep going, but they've gone ahead to get knocked out, and that is really very, very disgusting and not music to the ears of the players for the side of Man City, right? They would have gone ahead to love to be playing into the Champions League right now in the semi-finals, but the penalties betrayed them. And I tell you what, I was excited because the team of Man City would have gone ahead to defend a treble. Who doubts it? Who doubts it that Man City was not in the vicinity to obviously defend a treble, because they had other players. They are into the Premier League race. When they win all their games, they take the trophy. They are playing Man United, the team I support, in the finals of the FA Cup, and I'm here very doubtful on what the team of Man United will offer into the finale. That is it. So it shows you how good they've gone ahead to look. That is the side of Man City, and it was good for them to be knocked out of the Champions League, because they would have gone ahead to defend a treble for 2 consecutive seasons, and Pep Guardiola would have gone ahead to be the first manager to do that in the world. And when I see that, I was really I was really, really very happy. And let me try to obviously get you his game by numbers. If at all Stedman Dave went ahead to do his job today on Erling Haaland. Let me check out and see what he had to put out for Erling Haaland and how and what his game by numbers was. He doesn't have anything for this guy. Let me go to Sikwaka Live and see whether they're going to hit obviously get in these stats. I just want to see whether they have Erling Haaland in. So Erling Haaland, game by numbers. So he has gone ahead to reach 50 goals plus for Man City. So became the third player to score a home hat-trick against the same opponent in a consecutive Premier League campaign after Robbie Fowler versus Arsenal and Alan Shearer versus West Ham. That's what we've gone ahead to get for you from this side. So Erling Haaland has most goals. Erling Haaland in the Premier League since he made his debut. All right. This is what they're telling us about Erling Haaland ever since he made his Premier League debut. This is how he's looking. Most goals, those are 61. Most goals inside the box, 56. Most left-footed goals, 41. Most penalties, 13. Most headed goals, 11. Most hat-tricks, 6. So we wait and see whether for the penalties, I'm sure Palmer will obviously overtake him because Palmer is going to hit to take 9. You know, if he has 13, yet Palmer in his first season is having 9. You never know what it's going to be like next season or by the end of the season, whether this guy will obviously score in more to obviously level him and really start a new season afresh when they're all at the same number of goals or penalties scored. After that, Micah Richards went ahead to add on to this and said that when you are that level of a player, you are going to get scrutinized. There has been times when you want him to hold the ball up more, look at the size of him, use that strength to go to the next step. When we are talking about being a Ballon d'Or contender every year, it's just can he bring that into the game? I think he's only, especially in the last few games. So for me, I don't think that Haaland is a blessed player. A blessed player like Erling Haaland would have gone ahead to find himself in a vicinity of performing even well in the Champions League, because this time round, if he went ahead to perform well in the Champions League, he could easily find himself in a position of really contending for the trophy. But right now, he cannot contend for the Ballon d'Or because he's not into the Champions League semi-final, not even in the final, meaning that Kylian Mbappe is going to be steps ahead of him. Kylian Mbappe is at Real Madrid, and Real Madrid is going to do everything to win a Champions League next season. This season, I don't know how it's really going to end. Whoever they play in the final can obviously annihilate them. But I tell you what, next season, they're going to be having a very dangerous team. If they happen to get in Alphonso Davies as their new left back, and they get in Kylian Mbappe, that will be a very huge addition to that team. And with the story I really went ahead to do earlier today of Real Madrid gonna keeping Toni Kroos and Luka Modric for 1 more year, you anticipate that the experience that has always gone ahead to be asked for by very many teams is going to be present at the side of Real Madrid. So you cannot really doubt their experience and how they've gone ahead to obviously handle things. And Man City need to really re-strengthen themselves to see to it that next time they won't even need to go to penalties, but they can obviously annihilate the side and really get going to where they deserve to be, as the side of Man City. So let's wait and see how that pans out. But Erling Haaland, the beast in him, has come out and obviously shown exactly what they are good at, and they've gone ahead to really put in the shift, and they are closing in on Arsenal in a nick of time. Then we had Jamie Redknapp He's one of those pundits that goes ahead to speak out things that people have gone ahead to find controversial. But let's see what he has gone ahead to say about Chelsea. Sorry, Man City. He said, we all want so much from a forward. Sometimes we talk about the finesse and the little touches that he doesn't do so well, but he's an animal in front of goal. The mentality he has, he scored 4 goals, and you could see he was furious that he could come off. This guy is built differently. He's a phenomenon. I love watching him. All the goals he scores, and he wants more. He knew there would be another chance, and the one Alvarez scored would have been perfect for him to get 5. He wants to destroy teams. It's very easy to say that he can't do. Just enjoy what he can do. When people criticize him, I find it hard to understand sometimes. And now, Jamie Redknapp. How come that on other players you come out and we talk about their deficiencies or their inabilities in the game? Every player has his own weaknesses, you know? And now his strength, you've gonna have to explain them. Now, when someone comes out and hits onto the weakness of Erling Haaland, that doesn't mean that they're really criticizing him. They're really talking the truth. I've gone ahead and really done a video here, and I told you that if Benjamin Šeško, Rasmus Hojlund, I see even Kai Havertz, because Kai Havertz, if Arsenal can trust him to lead the line next season, he can score 30 goals in the Premier League. I tell you, he started late, but look at the very many goals he's scoring, you know? Erling Haaland has just gone ahead to score 11, 12 more than Kai Havertz. That is it. But Kai Havertz is scoring goals for fun, meaning that if Arsenal get this guy in, you understand, and start him well as a centre forward next season, he can score 30 goals a season in the Premier League. He can, because chances are there, and he assures you that he can score a brace. He's looking for his first hat-trick at Arsenal. I think it might even come in through very soon, either the game of Man United or the game of Everton. Kai Havertz might obviously annihilate them to the fullest. So you cannot come out and really blame. So you cannot come out and really say that people are really blaming or criticizing him falsely. We enjoy what he does, but there are players who do exactly what he does and also do what he can't do. Kai Havertz, Rasmus Hojlund, I told you about Benjamin Šeško, that when he comes in through to play into this league, you'll see a different kind of player altogether that can really tear down any defense that you put up. So for me, we should not take this in a bad way. Erling Haaland is a limited player, but he's playing for a team that creates very many chances. And I imagine if at all Arsenal can create as many chances like City does, I imagine Man United creating very many chances like City does. You understand? I think all that will give us the ultimate conclusion on who is gonna win, right? So it's just a matter of time, and let's pray to it that we'll really live longer and God blesses us with life. The rest will be history. We'll be here discussing all of that with you, and you'll come out and tell me, okay, Rokani, you're right at a certain point X, and you all agree with me that you are all I was right. So we wait to see how those other strikers come in through. Benjamin Šeško, Zikezi, Rasmus Hojlund, Kai Havertz. I see them as strikers who are really going to come out and dominate this world more than Erling Haaland, because Erling Haaland is having an opportunity that he came into an already built team. But I tell you, with effect from next season, Arsenal is going to be a very hard team to beat and is going to obviously master their craft. And guess what? They are going to beat teams. They are going to annihilate teams like no other. That will give players like Kai Havertz a chance to score those goals. I tell you, Kai Havertz can score 30 goals a season. I repeat it. Not okay, minus the goals in the Champions League, Carabao Cup and FA Cup. He can score 30 goals in the Premier League. Kai Havertz can score 30 goals in the Premier League. I tell you, you know, All if at all Arsenal getting the Benjamin Šeško, all is Zikezi, name it, all is Jokeres, he can come in through and outshine Erling Haaland. I tell you, he will come in through and outshine him because Arsenal is built on the script or the blueprint of Man City. The difference is Arsenal moves the ball quicker than Man City. Man City, they just move the ball slowly. You get? But for Arsenal, they move the ball more quicker and they can hit you on the break. Man City rarely hits team on the break. They're always dilly-dallying with the ball to move the body. And after moving the body, they find themselves in a position of really creating spaces for them to obviously find those balls at the back of the net with surgical precision. Now, this is Zinyi Boswell. He works for Sky Sports. He had the following to say about this game of football when it got done, and this is why he came in to put in Arsenal. He said, that's the last thing Arsenal fans will have wanted to see. City stamped their authority on this title race today. It's hard to see them dropping any points in this form. They are formidable. Obviously, City are a formidable force. Hate them or love them, they're a formidable force. And Arsenal is relying on to one thing. Can Spurs really hold them? Can Fulham hold them? That is it. But as Arsenal prays for that, Arsenal has found themselves in a situation of really having United ahead of them. If Arsenal is praying for all of that, they have to come to Old Trafford and beat the team I support. That is Manchester United. That's when things will obviously work out as they want. But I tell you, they've gone ahead to stamp their authority. After stamping their authority at the side of Man City, they've gone ahead to really win by 5-1, and they've gone ahead obviously pile pressure onto the side of Arsenal, you know. After that, no one will come out and really not think that City is really gonna win it. It's all prayers. I've gone ahead to see Robbie today talking of believing, you know. He's telling Tottenham Hotspur to really believe. I tell you, Spurs are now having a very huge problem of not playing in Europe, and all they have to do is simple. They have to come out and really accept this, that they have to beat Man City. Because if they continue losing games, if they lose to Liverpool, you know, if they lose to Man City, I think they won't be even playing the UEFA Europa League. They'll find themselves playing into the UEFA Conference League. And if at all Ange Postecoglou, you wouldn't like to see your team playing into the UEFA Conference League because you have a huge chance of playing into the Champions League in the season of 2026-2025 if at all you win the UEFA Europa League. That is it. So I think Arsenal's only chance they have, if they win all their games they have, that is Man United and Everton, is when this side faces Tottenham Hotspur. But even Fulham has not gone ahead to be a joke at their stadium, so you never say never what might happen down there, because when you look at the fixtures of the Premier League that are here to happen, I'm talking about next Saturday, Fulham is hosting Man City. That is an early kickstarter, like when Arsenal is going to hit to play early today against Bournemouth. They've going to hit win by 3-0. We all know that the early kickstarters aren't easy. Then Arsenal will be playing on a Sunday. Then in the midweek, on Wednesday, Tuesday, Tottenham Hotspur is going to be hosting Man City. That is the game. And that game will obviously be the decider. I tell you, if Arsenal beat Man United next Sunday and Man City beat Tottenham Hotspur, that trophy is done. By the way, for me, I gave up on the trophy that Man City is going to take it again and take it 4 times in a row when they failed to drop points between the game of Nottingham and Brighton. For Brighton, I was really okay, but for the game of Nottingham Forest, oh my, I thought Nottingham was gonna really cause them headache, but they didn't. So we wait and see how that pans out, but Arsenal need to be in elite form to go to Old Trafford to pick a win and keep pressurizing Man City. And this time it's going to be vice versa. Man City would have gonna hit to play on a Saturday against Fulham, and Arsenal will be playing on and Arsenal will be playing on Sunday. That means Man City have a chance to go on top of the Premier League table if they beat Fulham, and Arsenal will be second. That is it. I'm having Muzora Eli. Hey, already Man City and Arsenal are having hard tests. Yeah, they're really having a hard test, but wait and see who is going to really be the biggest win of the test. Divine Connect channel. Hello. We are waiting, bro. Thank you for obviously waiting. Taholeraho. Henry Moses. Actually, Man City had come seriously to score 10 goals to level Arsenal, but we still have hope. Already live here in Chigezi. Thank you for watching in 3. Man City came in through to obviously score more because they know to it at a certain point X, this trophy might be decided on goal difference. That's it. And it says that the YC ahead, and Pep Guardiola is working at everything to see to it that they really have or level the goal difference of Arsenal. Then Ndiam Hazachi, among teams remaining, which teams disturb City? I think it's only Tottenham Hotspur, because they've taken close to 3-4 seasons without winning a game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and they've either gone ahead to draw or they've always gone ahead to really lose a game at that side. But will they allow to beat Man City, to see to it that they give a trophy to their hugest rival in football, that is Arsenal? They both reside in the North London Derby. We wait to see how that pans out. Thank you guys for watching through. That has been what I had for you right now. Good night.